I'd rather be
Mm-hmm.
fucking dead. It's a good cigar right here, boy.
You gonna be at the show?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Come on, man.
Who else gonna be
Everybody gonna be there.
there? I'm not coming if I don't
Don't
know who
worry,
else
you
gonna
just
be
better
there.
be there. I'm gonna have
Alright,
DMV there. You know how we do. We keep it
alright.
packed, man. We make it flooded, man. That's what
Oh
we
man,
do when we put
you
on.
know I'm gonna be there,
Hey, as
man.
long
If
as
it
I'm on
ain't
the
Messi, it
microphone,
ain't you,
man,
baby.
we keeps
Wait,
it messy.
it's
You
me.
just make
It
sure
ain't
you're there.
Messi. It ain't.
I see you.
It's a
Hey,
Gemini
man. If it
thing.
ain't messy, no. If it ain't messy, it ain't me. If if it ain't messy, it ain't me.
Oh, straight like that. Welcome to Hump Day Wednesday, man, with the one and only Jim Sublime, man. On another episode, if it ain't Messi, it ain't me. Mm. Little twist for the day. Um, I had a different topic, but I switched it up the last moment, man. I want to talk about the importance of man caves and men having a space in the home, man. But we gonna switch it up to giving dads a try. Hey, what you mean, Jimmy? Let me give y'all something I read. This off the census.gov, man. The majority of Americans, 72.6 million children under 18, live with two parents. That's 70%. The second most common are children living with mother only, 22%. Of the 63 million, 63.2 million parents living with their children under age 18, 76.1% live with a spouse. Only 15.1% had no spouse or partner present. The rest live with a cohabitating partner. Um, I don't know if y'all know what's going on in the world, but at the end of the day, I seen last week the Tyrone rat experiment, um, where scientists took 100 rats and put them in disparaging situation, put 100 rats in a flourishing situation. Um, Within this experiment, they did studies on the habits and behaviors of the people, rats, but people, um, how they respond in these situations. Then after a while, they end up swapping them, and we see common behavior between the rats and how we interact as humans for our duration of life. They broke these rats apart, just like society. Unfortunately, they say they promote togetherness, but if you think about it, and when you got togetherness, that's less spending habits. You know, this world is built off money, capitalism. So when you separate, a house divided, and me and my old lady do it often in our own house, uh, uh, due just to running around and lack of communication. But we'll double buy stuff in the house that we don't necessarily need. It's a win-win for the corporations. Oh, they bought 2 packs of paper towels. Y'all know paper towels cost fucking $20 a roll now. For that bounty, that quicker picker upper. Oh yeah, she running about goddamn 24 pack now. Uh huh. Um. So in this scenario, I said give dad a try because I'm speaking on the 22%. The second most common are children living with the mother only. That's 63. Um. Yeah, that's that. However many million people. So check it out. Why is it that this world works in such a way when a house gets divided and there's no longer a dual parent home, or a gentleman gets a young lady pregnant? I know today, shout out to my partner, Carolina Quick. Uh, he got cussed out for saying lady Gamecocks because somebody dressed him and said you can't say lady no more. That's what the fuck the world has come to. We can't say lady anymore. people soften and feel a sense of entitlement and feel a sense of disrespect when you say lady now. But anyway, gentleman gets a young lady pregnant, and for whatever reason, all intents and purposes, unless it's a truly hostile situation, but I'm gonna speak more in the middle to lower class people because it really affects those type of people. Normally, people with money, and if it's two people with money, they really the battle, the struggle's a little bit different. So I'll say people middle class to lower class, they automatically say, and I'll try not to be one sided. I swear to God, I'll try not to be one sided. Um, but the mom takes the dad out on child support, and the courts say these are the permissions you get um, for interacting with your child. Now we already know that to be a problem when people, because we left our house, as an adult, hopefully. So when somebody says they're gonna give you permission to do some shit, that already, what I'm saying, that already gives a cause, for the man, the father, to feel some type of way. But anyway, you're going through the court system, and you say, I'll find the stats. I'll go back and I'll find the stats on um how many fathers have, because that's good information. How many fathers actually petition to have custody of the children because they felt like the mother was the lesser of the evil. But the courts, for some odd reason, automatically will lead to the female side of the picture, the mom, the maternal side, and say she's a better fit for the child. Now we do now know statistically that this is another plus for the powers that be, because the mother will then in turn, in most scenarios, in the middle to lower class people, more so the lower class, but some bottom side middle class, is able to get government assistance. So you can get government assistance as a single mother struggling, because you only make so much and the father only makes so much. But you can get government assistance when you're a dual family home. I think that's a problem. As a dual family, as a dual partner, dual family home, meaning you have a mother and a father. And my strong fact, I'm not gonna say strong opinion, meaning you have a mother and a father. Um, you if one of y'all have a low paying lackluster job and another one, you're just getting by just because you're married. For the most part, 99%, you will not get government assistance because they say you'll figure it out, you'll be just fine. But if you can legally show me that you are not living with this person and this person is not living with you, you're not legally married, we'll go ahead and fill in the gaps. We'll go ahead and shout out to Tank, man. Appreciate you chiming in, brother. We'll go ahead and give you some government assistance. So I'll jump back because we know that's a main. We talk about this division again. Statistically, again, 72.6 million children under 18 live with two parents. So that means the latter live in a single family home. And for some reason, again, for the most part, the courts will always decide to go ahead and, give the custodial parent, custody of the child to the mother, no matter what the situation. The dad could say, hey, and these are the lower cases of the scenario, because most cases, unfortunately, some of the dads, they end up saying, whatever, what I'm saying, that's your baby. I don't want nothing to do with you. You was just a quick nut anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get messy. I swear to God, man, I really think sometimes that there should be like when you get pregnant or something like that. I know this gonna sound real messed up, man, but hey, before you have sex, there need to be like a little app, a consensual app where where the woman, or the man, or whatever you into, both of y'all go ahead and sign off. I mean, even in the spur of the moment, like you meet at the club, like, oh, I'm feeling, it's like putting on a rubber or something. You got to go ahead and pull out the app. Both of y'all give consent right then and there to have sex and do whatever y'all gonna do that night. And both of y'all can also hit the little check box and say, hey, if you get pregnant, I want to remove myself from the situation, or opt for you to go ahead and get an abortion. She can check, hey, I want you to take care of the baby, or goddamn, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the baby. It don't matter if you here with me or not. There need to be a little app with check boxes. So at the end of the day, you know, hey man, I didn't want to. I really liked you, was feeling you, but you just know I wanted to fuck. And the female could say, Rock, you know what I'm saying? I was feeling you too, and I got pregnant, but it's fine. I got like 20 Plan Bs in the back. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that thing, and I'll see you in a few weeks or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, Other than that, when a woman gets pregnant and they can find with or without a DNA test, and that should be it's mandatory in some states, but they go ahead and put money on child support just to run and ruin their lives and then call them a deadbeat dad when they ain't even like your ass anyway. Because in the normal circumstances, you want to vibe with the mother. You know what I'm saying? You want to vibe with your partner to go ahead if you happen to have a child in this world. And it shouldn't be an if. In most circumstances, it should be a planned situation. But say it's not a planned situation. You know what I'm saying? You have a mutual respect and rapport for this woman and give half a damn about her and what comes out of her if you care about, you know, your part of the contribution to the situation. But automatically, the courts will go ahead and decide to go ahead and give the mother, you know, custodial custody of the child. Why not for the dads who do want to go ahead and really interact and be with their children? Why can't they get a fair look in the court system? You know what I'm saying? Because I watched what's the brother Charleston White was talking about, you know, child support, how men get off easy with child support. You should pay your child support. You know what I mean? So because you worried about what, you know, how she's spending money and what she's spending money on. But at the same time, you're not counting for the gas to do this. You're not counting for the time she took off of work for this. You ain't counting for the. You ain't counting. They went down a whole list of things that are great, but normal things in having a child, right? A lot of men run from it, but some don't. So for the ones who don't run from it, well, why can't I have my child and do the same goddamn thing? You know what I mean? And in most situations, again, it's a money grab. So most situations, the woman won't say, yeah, I want to have joint custody. We want to do 50-50. We have full interaction with the child on both sides. We're able to drop them off, take them to school. We're able to, you know, healthcare in the whole 9 yards. But again, that's still a smaller class of people. But for the most part, the system wants to go ahead and say, or these moms want to go ahead and say, oh no, I need this money. This your baby. You knew what you was doing when you came inside of me. You knew what you was doing. Now, if we hit that little app I was telling you about, hey, consent. Hey, I want to fuck. I want to use a rubber if it does pop and you do get pregnant, or I don't want to use a rubber if you do get pregnant. I don't want to take care of the baby. Go ahead and check yes, check no. If y'all on the same accord, you go ahead and go about your business. You know what I'm saying? This way, nobody can come in the end. I think I'm keeping the baby. Wait a second. You keeping what? Like, how you keeping it? If she got a name in the picture and you get a whole goddamn jump squad coming at your door, garnishing your check, cotton ball, mouth swabs, the whole 9 yards. Oh yeah, you the baby daddy. You definitely, we gonna stick it to you. We gonna stick it to you. Why not the dad? Why is it always the picture that the dad is so goddamn bad? When it comes to raising a child. Why is that the I guess the norm that a dad ain't worth for shit and the mother's love is so much stronger than the father's love? Is that due? And y'all can let me know if it ain't messing at me. Do you feel, and men you could chime in, do you feel like a mother's love is superior to a father's love? Because and why? Do you feel like the mother's love is more superior than the father's love? And why? I think that's a great question. That's a great perspective. That's great content. That's great conversation. So I'm going to chime in and give my 2 cents. The growth thing inside, I and I'm speaking from observation and deep imagination. Thanks, Tank. I think that the connection you get from having something grow inside of you, of course, bar none. Not to belittle the situation, when you got a piece of shit, a log that grow in your stomach, you become partial to get that motherfucker out, don't you? You know what I mean? The relief you get passing out a piece of goddamn poop that's been in you for goddamn a long time after a good ass meal, some good sex, and you got to get that bad boy out. So I can only imagine what it is to have a child grow inside you for 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Go to full term, God willing. But why do they say a mother's love is better than a father's love? As a more it outranks the father's love, but the father's response. But in society, the father's responsibility outranks the mother's responsibility. Like, how does that work? Because the father's supposed to preach, provide, and protect. You know what I'm saying? So the father is the front line of defending the woman, even before the child. The father is the front line of defending and supporting and providing for the child. Now I know that might be misconstrued this day and age because this equality movement we got going on. People expect the man to be the protector. You keep screaming equality, eventually some of these men go they gonna turn around. Bet you up tonight. There's a strange knock on the door. You know, you need to get up there and go check it out. I'm for equality as well, baby. And could you please bring me back some vanilla ice cream, bitch? I appreciate the pistols over there under the pillow, baby. Yeah. But you know why is that sense of responsibility so superior when they mention a man's name, title, role, and responsibilities, but when they say it comes to the baby, a mother's love is superior. I gotta have as a man enough love for me, the mama, and the baby to put my life on the line. Is that not fair? Is that not a fair shake? What you say? More maybe because 8 to 10 mothers with the child, right? And like a dog who over feet. Brother, my mother would tell you, I said the same way. You know what I'm saying? When they get these toxic emotions that they want to say around the child, oh, I'll never talk about you around the child. No, but they can hear you through the wall, goddammit. They can hear you in the bathroom with the tub on, and you swear they're in the kitchen. You know, goddamn well with footprint sound next to the goddamn door. Somebody stand there and listen to your conversation. And after so long, whether they feel like you're wrong or not, it becomes normal to them. So they start to adopt your mentality. It works military wise, works gang wise, it works club wise. Whatever you do in life, once you hang around and start hearing certain things, you start to adapt some of those mentalities. That's why, again, you hang around positive people, people smarter than you, people richer than you. Eventually you gravitate up into that type of situation. So if you're around a person that's toxic, talking about the other parent, dogging the other parent, this, that, and the third, every turn they got, on the phone when they homegirls, homeboys, mama, daddy, everybody, but they daddy, you know what I'm saying, or they mama to fix the problem, they delivering that level of toxicity to them. So I do appreciate that Tank and big facts on that perspective. So again, I'm addressing again, why is the mother's love? They say a mother's love for a child is superior than a father's love for a child, and to even out or to be fair in the equation again, the father is supposed to be able to protect himself, the mother, and the child. Meaning, I have to have extra energy because I am the sacrificial lamb for this family. But when the court comes and say, "Hey, nah, they's better off with the mom," okay. So how does that work? Because when that happened, that automatically emotionally drains the father. That automatically just it just puts him, it puts us on a downward slope as far as how we deal in reality. Like, man, that's my little mama, that's my little man. That's my little mama, that's my little man. And you kind of took it off, but you start out, oh, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to be there as much as possible in their life, this, that, and the third. And you might be doing that. You might be going to soccer games. You might be going to basketball games. You know what I'm saying? You might, you know what I'm saying? You paying your money, sending your money, this, that, and the third. Yeah, switching weekends, or you get them switching weekends, but you got them 2-3 days out the week. She got them 2-3 days. Whoever got the odd days switch on the weeks, right? Everything is good. But the first argument that ensues when y'all got shit going on, it turned to you ain't shit. And let me go ahead and put this paperwork on him, or let me go ahead and raise the child support. Well, he got this going on now. He got that going on now. In most situations where people goddamn, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, most situations where people go ahead and swear they doing whatever and collecting child support and this and that and the third, they ain't fucking with their kids. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. And that's from the statistics of the people in the single parent home. Most of them people, man, they be so busy, this, that, and the third, they ain't really listening fucking with their kids like that. But they will argue life and lemon in court. They all I got, they my life. Why did it? They on my life, they my everything, and you wasn't there. You wasn't at the doctor appointment. But I bet you I'll be there if you get a kid to me. I bet you I'll be there if I had to figure out just and live the same 24 hours in the day that you live. I'll figure it out. Ooh, I gotta wake up 2 hours extra so I can get the kid dressed. Make sure he got breakfast. Make sure he fully clothed, teeth brush, and put him on the bus in time so I can get to work. Up between the time I gotta get to work and time to put the kid on the bus, there's an overlap, so I'm gonna be late to work every day. So how do I work through this problem? Do I have a trustworthy person to come to the house and help out, or do I have to go ahead and pay fucking $900, $1,500 a month, for daycare just because it's a 30-minute gap of me being late to work every day to be able to support and provide for my child, just as you would. But when a man says that, it's like, nah, the women get behind them in most situations. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. I don't understand why you don't want the child with their mother. I don't understand why you would do that. You hurting them. You hurting the child. Why would you do this? You know who you are. You know the type of life. When did the mothers in the situation always become angels? And I don't mean this. I try to be fair, man, because I believe in protecting our women, but I believe in the reality that we live in as well. You know what I'm saying? Within the scope of things. You know what I mean? So again, if it ain't messing than me, I'm speaking my piece. It's my platform. That's what I do. So at the end of the day, why is that the rhetoric? Why is that the don't give the dad a chance? The mom is the everything. The mother's love is so superior. The mother's way of life is so superior. They say statistically, a child raised by a man is more well rounded than a child raised with a woman. Why so? Because the emotional aspect of a woman raising a child, it's almost detrimental because it softens the child up to a point to where a man can share emotion to a point, and then of course what we say we're logical. So he shares that logic, the reality of situation. Women are emotional, hopes and dreams, and oh, it could be and it should be, and guys are realists. We show logic. Hey, this is what's going on. This is how we get through that. Like a whale going down that water. Once you come up and take your breath, you enjoy, you pop your beer, you smoke, you know what I'm saying, you relax. But until then, you in the trenches and we figuring out. That's why women are the number one consumers, purchasers, shoppers in this world. Their emotions taking them all over the place. Where they want to buy this and buy this for self-love. They want to buy this for the child. He need to look like this. She need to look like this. They want to buy this to try to keep up with the Joneses. They want to buy this and buy that. A man, the average man, hey, 1, 2, 3, man, give me 4 walls, a roof, a half-assed dependable car for me to go ahead and get my grind and get my money, however I choose fit, whether entrepreneurship or working for a corporation. And if need be, goddamn it, go ahead and give me 20 cases of oodles and noodles, and some chicken breasts and shit so I can mix it up with some vegetables. So I can make my 1,000 different variations of oodles and noodles, because at the end of the day, I want to be fed. I want the stomach I want the burning in my stomach to stop. I want a safe place to lay my head, and I just want to be able to get money. So again, that's logical. 1, 2, 3. And this is what it takes to survive, not just survive and live. You know what I'm saying? But more survive, guys. More survive. Females, they want to live. That's where we need to. So they get caught up in this situation. So when you're more passive, when you're more emotional and non-logical, again, being raised independently by a woman, for the most part, it seems to be a little bit more damaging than being raised with their father. So, but that's not what the portrayal is. It's the guy is always the deadbeat dad. Say Tank, especially if they already got 4 kids. It get messy. Especially if they already got 4 kids with different men, and she's a single parent. Why can't the child stay? Hey. So my old lady would tell you, because we had a similar situation that came and arose within our circle of people. Somebody was in dire straits, and at the end of the day, my 2 cents was, hey, they should go live with their dad at this point. And my lady, she was like, no, well, what if they dad don't love them, and what if this, that, and the third? No. as long as they ain't abusing them, at the end of the day, give them that chance to be with their dad. Give them the chance to experience that. Give dad a chance to be able to experience the shit he been talking about his old lady. Because at the end of the day, it's like training a dog. This shit is repetition, man. You got to figure this shit out. And again, I'm not talking about putting your child in a fucked up situation. I'm definitely talking about putting pressure and responsibility on the man for those who are not stepping up to the plate. If they're in a situation, put them with their dad. Let their dads raise them. Let their dads, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they living with the mom being pacified and subtle, and the dad come on like, hey, get up off your ass. Hey, wake the hell up, make up your bed. Hey, you need to not, hey, you guys come back here and make up. You don't want, you don't want to make it up right now. Well, let's just sit down and talk about it. There's a balance in that shit. That's why it's supposed to be a dual family home, but the reality is, that's not how it goes. So again, the response time of efficiency or proficiency, in my strong opinion, will come from the man in that respect. You know what I mean? The efficiency, proficiency of getting through a situation, getting through life. Exactly, especially young boys, definitely. And you know, there's that line. You know what I'm saying? Females, daughters should be raised to in respect, in that respect. Around their mothers, but again, I'm homing in on a certain point. But in a dual family home, that's how it's supposed to be, because again, that logic still wins. It still keeps that female a lot sharper. I mean, you can have both parents and have all the love in the world, but you don't want your daughter so clueless to this world that she's going through not knowing what it is. Baby, hey, if mama ain't gonna tell you that, some guy's gonna try you. I need you sharp. I need you attentive. I want you to be free loving as far as your spirit of God, your spirit for people, your spirit to want to enjoy your life in this world. But at all times, the reality of this world is I need you to be on your pivot. I need your head to be on your swivel. And we'll deal with the guys who slip through the defenses. But the typical situation, the typical rundown is going to be like this. So when you see these signs, you need to go ahead and move accordingly. Not, no, you just need to trust love, baby. And, you know, the right guy will court you just right. The right guy will, again, the typical guy is going to do this X, Y, Z, baby. That's why daddy needs you to know this. But again, the ones who slip through your defenses going to do the shit mama talk about. He going to court you just right. He going to wait you out sometimes. And goddamn, you still got to be able to decipher within them lines. You know what I'm saying? This old trick slick talking motherfucker. Hey, you know, goddamn, like, you was late, babe. Goddamn. Like, oh, well, goddamn, you ain't never say goddamn. Like, what's up with you? Baby, that's a clue. Anyway, before I get off topic, this nomer, if that's the word I'm using, a big word, big phrase, about the dad is the bottom end of the totem pole. The dad is the third choice if some shit goes down for the child to be with. When again, in a normal circumstance, even outside the norm, dad can't wait to get a call from the baby mom and her new boyfriend or whatever the fuck buddy is. And he better not be doing whatever around my child. Before, you was cussing her ass out the day before. You better not be fucking this nigga around my child. You better not have my baby around him. I told you. Now all of a sudden she called you. Goddamn, he hit me. God, I'm a kill him. On that type of energy. So the man's supposed to be the protector, the provider. Even in or out the home, the court. That's why you get child support. They were like, you still need to provide X, Y, Z for this child. But at the beginning and end of the day, they expect you to go ahead and sacrifice yourself for your family as a man. Not the woman. She ain't the front line. They don't look at her for the front line of defense for the child, to protect the child, only to love the child. Dads can't love. Dads can't love a child right. I think that's jacked up, man. You look at and I'm definitely not taking sides, but you look at the Keke Palmer situation. Buddy came. You know, Keke Palmer, I love you. I watched you since you was a baby, but she came out with the whatever that song. I'm getting my own bag. I don't need no man. Like, wow. The wild in the world, you know, the communities and the powers that be. Go Keke. I don't need my man. I got my own bag. Great. This independent, INDEPENDENT. That's great. What is that doing for anybody? Again, now you got to hire security. Now you spending more money on security guards and cameras and stuff when that man could be a phone call away or a bedroom away to be able to help protect his family. So I don't know what's going on, but they got Buddy on camera. Goddamn, he in the crib. I don't know if he rushed up in the crib and Keke Palmer's mom is on the phone, um, screaming and cussing at Buddy. I know she had got a restraining order out on Buddy. I think like last week or something like that. I seen that on Shade Room or something. And whatever happened, he's a detriment to her and the child. Like her and the child. Like if we could be honest, the court, like Judge, Your Honor, before me, you, and God, I don't give a fuck about her. Can I say that out loud? Is that on the record? I don't give a fuck about her. Till God changed my heart, I don't know if I'll ever give a fuck about her. But since we now know this, I love my child. I want to say I go through heaven and hell for my child. Well, she said that you hit her one time, and she said, did she tell you she spit in my face? Did she tell you, yeah, but you didn't have to hear. Did she tell you she cut my tires, then I couldn't get to work and do, but you're not supposed to understand that I'm trying to get away from her. And yeah, so you seem to be a violent man because you hit her. Again, I apologize, and definitely a man should never put his hands on a woman, Your Honor. I say that honestly with a sovereign heart. But did you denote the part? Did you wipe away the part where I told you she kicked my, she bashed my windshield, cut my tires? That seems a little aggressive and excessive. Don't you think, Your Honor? At no point wasn't she supposed to walk? I know it, but she should be with the child, because you're violent. And but the baby was outside screaming on the step, "Mama, no, Mama, no." I know it, but a mother's love is to protect the child. Well, and in this case, Your Honor, again, I'm pointing out all the violent stuff that this woman does and has done. I did cheat on her. I did all this, that, and the third, Your Honor. But at this point in time, this is before we got to switching hands and none of that. She did bleach, burn my clothes. She did, call my job, say I stole. She did all these things. This is a show of schizophrenia, aggressive compulsive disorder, and everything, Your Honor. No, I'm gonna give you $2,000 a month plus insurance, and because you don't love your child, because you offended this lady, because you disrespected her, so you must not love your child. I love my child. I would die for my child right now, but I don't give a fuck about her. That's why y'all need that app so you can get consent. Hey, if we do get pregnant, use a condom. Go raw, either or. I'm gonna check right here. I don't want responsibility, and if you check right here, this confirms that I don't want responsibility of the child, so you can't come for me for child support. We both have the consent. It goes to the server right there. So if she do try to pull the trick, go ahead and pull up the app in my paid subscription every month. Right here, here's the receipt, Your Honor. I told her in sober mind and body that I do want to fuck her, and she did. You see right here, she says she does want to fuck me as well. So we did have some nasty ass sex, but she did hit the consent button when I did say I do not want a child by you. If for some reason happens that you do get pregnant, goddamn it, we need to terminate the child. If you do decide to keep the child, that's all on your own recording. You're 100% responsible. That's fair in this fucked up world. That's real messy. That's fair. But it's messy, but it's fair. Because otherwise, we wouldn't have half the problem with this child support situations. We wouldn't have half the problem of people, the dudes getting their license suspended and passports suspended and bank accounts tampered with and shit because you in debt to the government from child support. Did you know, in case you guys didn't know, when whoever, I'm not going to say the woman because sometimes men, God forbid, they got to file child support too. Yeah, I mean, shout out to those guys, whoever they are, fit that category. God bless your heart. But when a woman goes down, or the person goes down to file child support, the day they go ahead and file that paperwork in, your dollar clock starts then. Whatever the state decides before you get to court, if they're going to raise it or lower it, your clock starts then. So you might not have gotten the paperwork or whatever, for quite some time until you found out that you was on child support, and you might start out in the arrears $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. You know what I'm saying? You might start back in the arrears because they've been sent this paperwork in and you ain't know nothing about what's going on. But situations like those, that's the situation that most guys get. That's the situation. You ran afoul to the mom, so we're gonna help mom do something to you by uh um giving you permissions to interact with your child as long as you pay X amount of dollars. Again, that messes men. That messes dudes heads up. You go in front of a court, a judge, part of democracy that you pay taxes into, and you vote and do all that great stuff. You go in front of these people, and they automatically have a disposition about you just because you got a dick between your legs. No, it's not working out. You guys separated. Okay, I'm even gonna give you joint custody on this little piece of paper. I'm gonna put the little JOINT. Bam, joint. That means 50-50 custody. That means you're able to do decisions 50-50. But when it comes for where the child's gonna stay, the custodial parent, which means the person, even though you have 50-50 custody, joint custody on paper, the custodial parent is awarded. The mom is awarded. That automatically, whatever that word and that clause is, that automatically puts a disdain on the other parent. That's like level 1. Level 2, they get mad, has some kind of argument, they disagree about something that the child should do. Or I really don't want them to go on this function. I really don't want them to do this. Or I want the kid to be in this. Or why don't you want to? I just don't think they're ready to be in such and such right now. You know what? I'm tired of always asking you. You know what? I'm tired. I do everything for these kids. I'm with these kids day and night. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, pause. Make me the custodial parent. I got it. You might be overwhelmed. You might gotta because we both human. You might have a little pressure to bring boo boo over here. Matter of fact, let me come get him without no bullshit. No, there you go again. That's where that domestic shit slipped in, because all of a sudden she done trapped you and some shit. You be like, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your child, because that's a father's love. A father's love will drive you to some wild ass shit. But again, they say dad's love is not as strong as a mother's love because she bore the child. Your love could never be as strong as her love. Came out of you. However quick your nut was, that's a piece of your DNA. The law, society says your love will never be as strong or as equal to a mother's love. So I'm tired of you. I'm tired. I always have to ask you for stuff. I'm going back to court. I'm going back to court. And they lay it on thick, and you ain't even know you went in light. You know what I'm saying? They got 20 witnesses and shit. Yeah, they was in that argument back in 2009, and he was a little loud at the barbecue, and this and that and the third. Oh yeah, it's a mess. We keep it 1,000 while. This, that, and the third. And you like, damn, Shaquan, I thought, yeah, we was God. Didn't me and Derek get the guy came over last week to watch the football game? It's like that. I'm sorry, I gotta stick with my girl. Yeah, he did snatch the goddamn. You know what I mean? So they got all these people to draw these pictures. Like, Judge, what? You know what, buddy? You fucking up. You fucking up. I'm gonna go ahead and award the custodial parent the man she has. I'm gonna go ahead and raise the goddamn child support $600 for one. And I think we're going to go ahead and we're still going to give you joint custody. You see what I'm saying? But I think we need that odd day just need to always be with mom. We ain't going to switch it around every other week. We're going to go ahead and let mom, go ahead. We're going to raise your child support. Again, we give you permission now. We're giving you permission to interact with your child. Now, we're going to raise your child support because you fucking up. And I know that may piss you off, but you need to act normal. Right? And you need to act normal. And I need you to still come and love that child and interact and deal with mom in the same regard. Hey, did you take the co-parenting class? Matter of fact, I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna go ahead and take that day away, raise you $600, and make it mandatory. And within the next 90 days that you do a co-parenting class, because you're getting a little iffy with me, guy. So you're like, damn, I'm a man, another man or a woman, a court figure in this democratic world that I pay taxes in and vote for and support and defend, gonna tell me they giving me permission to interact with my child, they side with her, and that's part of my stress. The mom, she coming at me, that's part of my stress. I got the same stresses if we both working at job, and you know what I mean? You're like, damn, how am I coping with this situation? It goes on and on and on. And just like as the child gets vibes from the mom, I never talk about your daddy in front of you. I never talked about them to you. They can hear you right through the wall. Yeah, girl, he ain't shit. Take your ass to bed and clean that kitchen. They heard you when you said that same vibe just as clear. They heard, yeah, girl, he ain't shit. Yeah, he sent half them. I told him, no, I'm taking his ass back to court. I'm taking his ass back to court because I'm tired. He think I'm playing. I'm not asking him no question, girl. Somebody was talking about asking somebody some goddamn question. It's a child. That child got half of your characteristics. That child got half of his characteristics. But for somehow, the parties that be oversaw that your emotional self. Again, you're not aggressive. You didn't put no hand. He put hands on you, but you done cut this before you goddamn got to the. You done cut, slash, burn, spread a bad name. You show all majors. Not out of the 100% situations, you done showed up with 99% of the aggression out this motherfucker till he finally snapped and goddamn y'all got into a little situation. He lost his cool, and you should walk away, man. I swear to God. You should walk away. You should never put your hands on a woman. But again, there's some fucked up situations, and there's no excuse for them, but they do happen. They do happen. This is after she done burned your shit. This is after she done fucked all your homeboys. This is after she done goddamn keyed your car. This is after she done put sugar in your gas tank. This is after she done goddamn told your boss that you ain't shit and fucking you wear two left shoes at work. You know what I mean? You're not competent for your job. He stole $20 from my wallet. After she do all this, these in the courts, this is not a show of aggression from a woman. This is just an emotionally scorned woman. The child should be with her most of the time. And you're going to pay. And if you don't pay this much because she's tired of asking you, she's tired of you disagreeing on something or sharing your opinion. Hey, what do you think about getting these clothes such? I mean, it's cool, but I just don't really think he should be wearing it right now. I mean, that just kind of identifies with such and such. And just for me, I wouldn't want my son or daughter wearing that right now. Maybe when they get a little bit older or something like that. But just not right now. So you always be on that bullshit. You always be on that bullshit. But you said such and such. I saw you saw your boy come. His son had to wear it. He's like, oh, little boy look clean. Hey, that ain't my son. He did look clean. You know, if that's what you want to do, hey, salute to you. That's cool. Just don't put that shit on my child. That's my strong opinion. I'm tired of shit. I need to get more money. Why not try that? Because the picture is so fucked up and drawn and skewed about how the male will provide and protect for his child and not the woman. You know what I'm saying? That's where the child support. I think, and another thing, I'm gonna be deadly honest. I think there should be and it's petty, but it's messy. If it ain't messy, it ain't me. I think there should be a goddamn monthly whatever it is, ledger turned into the caseworker, child support caseworker, where the money was spent every month. I think so. If we're gonna go through court and change people's lives and change under the law, make it public information how much these people make, all the shit they got going on between these two households, I think there should be a public goddamn checklist turned in for whoever has that child and receiving child support. Because I'm tired of hearing, well, she may. So I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what she may. Or he may. If it's on the shoes on the other foot, they need to turn that shit in because they keep raising child support. They keep, you know what I mean, sticking it to where the person, mostly the male, you can't breathe. That's where dudes be snapping. That's where dudes be walking away. Again, the kid hears so much from the mother through the walls and all that shit that they start to make their own opinion about their dad or the mom, whoever the odd parent is. They start hearing it, so they start adapting that type of energy from their people, from their custodial parent. So the non-custodial parent, they start to feel some type of way after years of fighting and going through stuff back and forth. So that lacklusterness or it may look like it proves the point to the court to whoever that, oh, see, you don't love him. You don't love him like mom does. You see, look at you walking away. Look at you tired because we keep raising your goddamn child support. Look at you frustrated because you can't see your child as much anymore and interact with them because they got to be here at this time because you don't live in the same house anymore. So that's what happens when you don't live in the same house because they got to be home and be in bed at the same time because they got XYZ going on. So you can only see them at limited amount of times. I know it's frustrating you at home. I know it's frustrating you, your work performance. I know it's frustrating you with your new girlfriend or whatever or your new boyfriend and your home because you're not able to interact with your child that you love, that you will provide, protect, and die for from the beginning to the ends of the earth. So now all of a sudden your demeanor is starting to change. Now all of a sudden you're a little more nonchalant. Now all of a sudden you 3 days you had, you didn't see them two out of those 3 days. You know what I mean? Why not the dad? That shit goes on and on and on to the dad kind of backs away from the situation. Time goes by, especially once the child gets older. Once the child gets older, your time is limited anyway, whether you was in the house or out the house. That's just a fact. You know what I mean? So when they get to them teens, they got all these programs going on. They got all these different situations going on. So whether you in the house with them or not, your time will be limited because now you're fighting for time with their academics and extracurricular activities because you're trying to get them to the next level, whether it's college, trade school, military, whatever the case may be, hopefully, or entrepreneurship. So our time is limited with our kids. So it for the dad or the odd man out, again, I'm focusing on the dads. We feel some kind of way when you were separated, especially in my situation. I was way out of state. You know what I mean? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hour difference. You know what I mean? So that interaction was way different. But God bless those and God forbid those who have to go through those kinds of emotions and you live in close proximity to your child. Now, I ain't talking about the fuck boys out there not taking care of their kids and don't want to be around. I'm talking about the legitimate guys um, who want to stand in the gap and want to be there, but just because they had a disagreement or didn't have an agreement to certain situations, the custodial parent decided they want to go ahead and crank it up and go back to court over and over and over and over again after every little damn thing. I'm tired of this. I need more money. You don't want to say yes. I need more money. So they still forcing your hand anyway. You know what I mean? I think it's been a long time coming. A long time coming. For the energy to change. But there's a penalty with the changing the evolution of energy. The more that guys have been interacting with their children, the more that guys have been sticking with the dual family home, the more that guys have become better and wiser men. Now we all assimilate into this, all inclusive movement and shit. I want to be a mom, and I want to be a mom too. Wait, you mean two moms? Yeah, and that should be the norm. I want to be the dad, and I want to be the mom. Like, that's confusing as hell, but somehow they got scientists and committees of people that saying that do same-sex home is just as good or not better in loving and raising a child. Crazy. If it ain't messing, it ain't me. I said that and I meant that shit. If y'all want to go fast forward and rewind it and save it for the future, did you say that this is back in 20? I did. So that directive that we have is just beyond me, man. Quick shout out, man, to Get More Graphics, man. Shout out to my people over there at Get More Graphics, man. If you look it's to my left and right, us over there now. But Get More Graphics provides all my printed paraphernalia, embroidery, vinyl signs, merchandise, magnets, all your printable needs, books, ribbons, like you name it. They get it done, man. When you're starting your small business, when you have a special occasion, birthdays, anniversaries, you name it. Commercial grade product, great value, great price. Shout out to Get More Graphics. Check them out on Instagram and Facebook. A great supporter of If It Ain't Mess, It Ain't Me.
For another brief break, this is brought to you by King Pope Kennels. King.
Yeah, so so it's it's upsetting. It's encouraging as far as like I was saying, how us as men are being more, sticking with our family unit more. But even though within the home, we know if you're in the home with the woman does a lot of barking, in the home. So we still have to, I won't say have to. There's still a level or hierarchy of how life goes with inside the home. And again, there's a balance in life. There's a yin and a yang, like I said. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, I'm talking about those who live in a single parent home. I wish to God that all people who have been born in the world can have two parents that love and adore them. And I say it just like that because the parents may not love and adore each other, but two parents that love and adore them enough for both parties to see that, hey, this is about the child. Hey, let's communicate. Hey, the reality is our level of communication is basically like we still in a relationship, but we're not in the same house. But in a healthy situation, in an optimal situation, it would be like we living in the same house. Hey, I got this outfit for Chris to wear this morning. Babe, don't put that. Come on, man. You know, yeah. You know, I thought it was cute, but you're right. When I put it on him, it don't look right. Versus, I got this. Babe, why you dress my man in this? See, you don't live here. You don't live here. You don't. I buy the clothes. Now, this is what your child support money, right? This is your say. Your purchase. Your money is paid for your interaction with your child, right? No, I picked it out, and he said he liked it. Why you? See, now you hurting him. Now you hurting him. He like it, and now you making him feel less to himself. I'm going back to the court. I'm going back to the court. I need more money. I need more child support. He need less visitation. He needs some counseling. He needs some counseling because he crazy. I got a mother's love, and I can only love the child because he talking crazy. It's like he don't like the little tight jeans on him. That's what's in the day. That's what's cute. I don't want my son to look like that. I don't want my daughter to look like that. He crazy. I want to go back to court and raise the child support. Oh my God. Oh my God. I got fired from my job because I had to take the kid. But I've been, Your Honor. Here's the text right there. Here's the email showing, man. Hey, I'll get him. And even in a fair situation, a dude, because we hate going to court. Women love putting us in court, but we hate going to court. Male dudes hate going to court. Women love putting men in court for whatever reason, because that's their fist. You know what I mean? The law is your fist. Oh, that's how you gonna play? I'ma slap you. How you gonna slap me? With the law? Pow! Boom. So you go through this situation, and now you back in court. You know what I mean? But the same, all you had to do was agree to disagree and come to simple common denominators. But one opinion is stronger than the other, and somehow the society has convinced us as a whole that a mother's love is far more superior than a father's love. But for somehow the little bit of father's love has to be strong enough to want to sacrifice himself, to go ahead and sacrifice himself for the mom and the child, or the child and the mom first. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I'm gonna keep saying that point because I hope to God somebody sees this and gets and understand what I'm saying. Society says, the judicial system in society says that there's no love like a mother's love, and they weigh it in so much to be more superior than a father's love. So a mother's love here for a child, and a father's love is here for a child. But within this scope, a father is supposed to have enough love to sacrifice himself to protect the mother and the child. So you go with that same energy within the court. Hey, I love my child as much. I should be able to. Or matter of fact, I'll keep the child as she pay. Had the woman pay for the child. Oh, what? You want to see a bunch of people goddamn mad and goddamn troll and cuss you out? Say that a woman should pay child support. Dear God, same people screaming for equality. If it ain't messy than me, I'm Petty Pete, man. Same people for equality. Nah, she should pay child support. Matter of fact, if we want the government involved into it, this should be an account even directed from our job, both of our jobs, or if you're an entrepreneur, your bank account, however you do your business, both of them go through a file within the county. So your $600 a month comes out your account automatic. Every time you get paid, your $600 comes out and his $600 come out. And it goes to this joint thing, and again, just so it processes through, so everybody can, you know what I mean? Because the women can write down any goddamn thing, you know what I mean, on a piece of paper. I mean, they got to bring some proof now, you know what I'm saying? So that was kind of a little old school. But there's a way to whip the paperwork to manipulate certain situations. You know what I mean? And oh, well, I only do this much, but I gotta. Nah, the dad's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna provide the same amount of money. All this thing, and it goes to a bank account in the child's name. And this is how you're able. Whoever has the child, both of y'all have a card. That's it. We in the computer age now. The card will only be activated. Your card will only be activated on the days you have the child. Your card will only be activated on the days you have the child. Again, you got to show receipt of what you spend, and they can track everything you spend on a child for people saying they paying and it's supporting this child. Because some people be goddamn lying. Some people be goddamn fibbing. All that money don't go on the child. But the courts can prove that. But if you start to do that and impede on a woman's lifestyle and that mannerism, they'll rip your head off. How dare you disrespect the woman? They carried that child. They bore that child, which is huge, which is nothing short of, only a woman can do that. I don't know how a woman started making sperm though. That's not important. Only the egg. I don't know how they started making sperm though. But it's the love of their life. And I'm talking about for the caring fathers, whether you're in the home or not. I would hope it would be a dual family home, but if you're not, oh no, I still want to be a part of my child's life. I still want to. You wouldn't have got that without me. You understand what I'm saying? So, I pray when people start fighting for this equality that they mention good men. I pray that they mention guys, who answered the call and stood tall. And in the same breath, I pray that they talk about the guys who tried to their heartbeat, to their last heartbeat, to their bone marrow, and was just destroyed so much in the situation that they no longer wanted to be a part of the child's life to a certain point. You understand what I'm saying? Like that concept, I know some people, oh, you ain't no man, you's a punk, you's a bitch. You can say what you want. But shout out to those guys who have been destroyed emotionally and physically by unrelenting verbal attacks, unrelenting legal judicial attacks, just because they had a bad spirit that ain't have shit to do with the child. And they've been living in that toxicity and bad spirit so long that it hasn't affected and changed this child's mentality and disposition against the other parent, the father in this case, to where now they build this new directive. When I become a dad, when I become a mom, I'm going to do so. I'm going to be just because my mom never got her. My dad ain't pay no, my dad ain't never be there. We all human. At the end of the day, I didn't fucking want to be there no more. I got this one. No. Some people have have another family at home, and they've been fighting the fight so long that this fight has taken a toll to the house that they live in now. And they say, you know what? Fuck it, y'all got it. I need to focus on my family here. Because if nothing else, I know there's love here. I ain't have to question the love at this point. I ain't got to worry about if you know my name, if you respect me, because I'm just paying a couple dollars seeing you and you just smiling and waving. I'm smiling and waving and shit. I got to see my boy. He look big, man. What he doing? Hey, he growing, you know. You got a little girl? I think so. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my boy. And that's the that's the end of the goddamn conversation. You know what I mean? And it sucks, but it's a reality. But for some reason, they won't try that. For some reason, it's always we're gonna automatically put on the mom. You don't have to put on world. You don't have to put on. There's men that will take the kids to the doctor's appointment. There's men that will get up early to make sure their kids is clean and put the kids on the bus safely. Yeah, there's men that will go ahead and sacrifice and work an odd job if they have to, just like you, to go ahead and get the daycare and stuff going on, this, that, and the third. There's men that will go ahead and hustle and get money to go ahead to provide and protect their family. Everybody's not a deadbeat dad, and every mom is not a good mom. You could have the money, but you just emotionally fucked up. You just mentally fucked up. Shout out to the women that are financially stable, but unfortunately, y'all mentally fucked up. Passing all this bullshit to the kids. That's all right. I got my kids. That's a convenient thought because a man could say the same thing if he had the kids. We would say the same exact thing. Man, I'm tired, man. I'll never get to do nothing. I wish such and such and such and such, but I love my boy. I love my girl. We're going to say the same shit. But society has said what they said so much, and you have adapted to society where you align with them. You know what? I'm tired of talking to your ass. I'm tired of asking questions. I'm a grown woman, and I know what this baby need. I'm gonna take your ass to court. I'm gonna take your ass to court, and I'm gonna get him to raise your child support. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Master gonna raise your child support. Yes, he is. He gonna raise your child support. And I think me and Master gonna take a couple of days of visitation away from you and your baby. Yeah. Let's see how you like that, boy. Let's see how you like that, boy. Oh, you mad? See, I told you he wasn't gonna come. I told you he wasn't gonna. But mom, you keep no. You need to stay in the child's goddamn place. You know what he be doing. I don't understand why y'all just be like, I be trying. I'm your mama. I be trying. Why would you even say I sacrifice everything for you? He don't do nothing. He hit me. I don't never talk about you, really. I want more money. Mama, we broke. Why? If it ain't messy, it ain't me. That's just my messy thought for the night. You know what I'm saying? Why not try dad? Would you try dad? How many women out there want to try dad, but the court system that don't won't let them try dad? The court system that you probably put them in. I wish he would see his father more, but he just can't make it. I wouldn't put him on child support, but they won't let me get food stamps without it. I wouldn't put him on child support, but they won't let me get WIC, or they won't let me get SNAP. They won't let me get without it. I gotta do what I gotta do for me and mine. So you got that. You got the SNAP. You got the EBT. You got the child support, and it still ain't enough because that's how the same world fucked up and set up. You still ain't got enough, and now I just wish we could, and I wish, I wish you turn into the Wizard of motherfucking Oz every time you talk to the nigga. I just wish. You know what? I'm trying to talk to you. I'm gonna raise your child support, man. Hey, man, it's a messy world out here. At the end of the day, I believe in a good mom. I believe in a good dad. I believe in dual family homes, and I understand single family homes. At the end of the day, man, why can't we just give dad a try, man?